You might be shocked to hear this, but over 90% of flu-related deaths happen in people over the age of 65. Not because they're careless, not because they don't take care of themselves, but because of something happening inside their bodies, silently, invisibly, year after year. Your immune system is changing, and unless you know how to support it, these invisible changes can put your health, your independence, even your life at risk. This isn't just about catching a cold more often. It's about recovering slower from illnesses that used to be minor. It's about one chest infection turning into a hospital stay, or one small cut becoming an infection that just won't heal. This is the hidden reality of immune system decline with age, and it's far more common than most people realize. But here's what the doctors don't always tell you. This decline isn't a guaranteed life sentence. Because while some seniors struggle year after year with constant illness, others, people in their 70s and 80s, rarely get sick at all. Why? Because they've unknowingly tapped into strategies that protect and even reignite their immune systems. And the good news is, recent studies from Harvard, Johns Hopkins, and other leading institutions have uncovered why this happens, and how you can use this knowledge to strengthen your body's natural defenses, no matter your age. So in this video, we're breaking down what every senior needs to know to protect their health, avoid unnecessary illness, and keep their immune system strong after 60. And near the end of this video, we'll reveal one surprisingly overlooked daily factor that weakens your immunity far more than sugar or stress. It's something nearly every senior does, without even realizing the damage it's doing. So, what exactly changes in your immune system after 60? Well, imagine your immune system as your body's security team. When you're young, it's like a group of well-trained guards, quick to spot intruders, fast to react, strong enough to fight off anything. But as you age, those guards slow down. Some even fall asleep on the job. Your body still has defenses. It's just that the immune response becomes sluggish, delayed, and often confused. One key part of this process is something called immunosenescence, a fancy word that just means your immune cells aren't working as well as they used to. They don't see viruses and bacteria as quickly. They don't produce the right inflammation signals at the right time. And sometimes they overreact to harmless things like pollen or even your own tissues. This is why you might find yourself getting sick more easily, or why allergies or autoimmune issues show up later in life. Now let's be clear. This isn't just frustrating, it's dangerous. Because weakened immunity in old age isn't just about catching more bugs. It raises your risk of serious complications from things like the flu, pneumonia, shingles, even food poisoning. It also means vaccines may not work as effectively, and wounds might not heal properly, leaving you vulnerable in ways most people never talk about. So if you've ever felt like your body doesn't bounce back like it used to, you're not imagining it. And if this message matters to you, if you've felt these changes yourself or want to protect someone you love, please take a second to hit the like button. It helps more seniors see this life-saving information and lets YouTube know this topic matters. So what weakens your immune system after 60? Besides age, here's what most people don't realize. It's not just the number on your birthday cake. There are hidden factors, completely within your control, that speed up immune system decline. Let's go over 3 of the biggest. First, chronic, low-grade stress. Not the kind that comes from a sudden scare, but the slow, simmering kind that builds from loneliness, worry, and feeling overwhelmed. Studies from UCLA show that chronic emotional stress in older adults shrinks the thymus gland, a key part of your immune system. And when the thymus weakens, your body produces fewer of the fresh immune cells you need to fight off new infections. So even if you're doing everything right with diet and exercise, your stress might still be silently weakening your defenses. Next, a lack of movement. When you stop moving regularly, whether due to joint pain, fatigue, or just routine, your circulation slows. And when circulation slows, immune cells take longer to reach infection sites. Think of it like emergency responders getting stuck in traffic. They want to help, but they're delayed. Harvard researchers have found that even light walking for 20-30 minutes a day can improve immune surveillance and reduce inflammation in older adults. And finally, poor sleep. Sleep isn't just rest for your brain. It's prime time for your immune system. It's when your body creates infection-fighting proteins called cytokines. Miss out on deep, restful sleep, and your immune army goes into battle unprepared. And here's the twist. Even just cutting your sleep short by 1-2 hours can reduce the effectiveness of vaccines and make you more vulnerable to viruses like colds and the flu. So if you've ever wondered why you got sick after a stressful week, or felt like a minor illness just dragged on, these are the hidden reasons. And the best part? Each of these immune drains can be reversed or improved, often without medication. But wait, what about diet? Doesn't that play a role too? Absolutely. But it's not just about eating more fruits and vegetables. There are specific nutrients your aging immune system craves, like zinc, vitamin D, and selenium, that help regulate inflammation, protect your white blood cells, and improve your senior immune response. And yes, you'll hear more about those very soon. Quick question for you. Have you noticed your immune system has changed over the years? Maybe slower healing, more infections, or less energy after illness? Let us know in the comments. I read every one. Your story might help someone else feel less alone. Let's talk about the nutrients that protect your immune system after 60. Your immune system runs on micronutrients, tiny compounds that play massive roles. But here's the kicker. Absorption gets harder as you age. That means even if you're eating healthy, your body might not be pulling in enough of what it truly needs. And when you're low on these key nutrients, it's like sending your immune system into battle, without the right armor or weapons. Let's start with vitamin D. Often called the sunshine vitamin, it helps regulate immune responses and reduces chronic inflammation. But after age 60, your skin becomes less efficient at converting sunlight to vitamin D. And many seniors spend more time indoors. Harvard studies show that over 60% of older adults are deficient in vitamin D, especially in winter months. And low vitamin D has been directly linked to higher infection rates, slower recovery, and even greater risks from respiratory illnesses like the flu or pneumonia. If you haven't had your levels checked recently, this is one to ask your doctor about. Next up, zinc. Zinc supports white blood cell production and function. Without enough zinc, your immune cells literally can't do their job. And viruses get a head start. Older adults often absorb less zinc from food. And some common medications, like diuretics, can increase zinc loss. But here's the good news. Just 8 to 11 milligrams of zinc a day, often found in pumpkin seeds, beans, or a quality supplement, can reactivate your immune defenses in as little as 2 weeks. And then there's selenium, a trace mineral that most people overlook. But selenium helps your body produce antioxidants, which protect immune cells from damage. In aging adults, Selenium deficiency has been linked to slower immune response and increased risk of viral infections, especially respiratory ones. Brazil nuts are one of the richest natural sources. Just one nut a day can often give you all the selenium you need. And here's something you might not know. Even mild deficiencies in these nutrients, levels still considered normal by lab standards, can double your risk of catching common infections. Because for seniors, your immune system is more sensitive to drops in nutritional support. That's why getting just enough often isn't enough at all. But what about immunity myths? Let's clear some up. With so much conflicting advice out there, it's easy to fall for well-meaning myths. Let's set the record straight on 3 big ones that can trip up even the most health-conscious seniors. This one sounds logical, but it's misleading. Sometimes a weak immune system doesn't respond at all. You don't get the usual fever or cough because your body doesn't recognize the threat or can't mount a response. So while staying illness-free can be a good sign, it doesn't always mean your immunity is strong, especially if wounds heal slowly, fatigue lingers, or your body just takes longer to bounce back. Multivitamins can help, but they're not a magic bullet. Many standard multivitamins have low-quality forms of nutrients your aging gut may struggle to absorb, and they often lack the higher levels of vitamin D, zinc, or selenium needed to support senior immune health specifically. A targeted approach, backed by blood work and good food choices, works better than a one-size-fits-all pill. Diet and movement are essential, but they're only part of the picture. Sleep quality, mental health, social connection, and even hydration all play critical roles in how well your immune system performs. In fact, studies show that seniors who feel socially connected have 30% stronger immune markers than those who feel isolated, even when their diets are the same. Your immune system isn't just about staying out of the hospital. It's about protecting your freedom to live on your terms, to visit with grandkids, to travel without fear, to enjoy your hobbies without worry. Because every time you boost your immune health, you're not just avoiding illness, you're protecting your independence. Now, let's talk about one of the most overlooked immune killers. You've probably heard that sugar or alcohol can harm your immune system. And they can. But there's something even more damaging that's hiding in plain sight. Chronic loneliness. It sounds emotional, but science backs this up. Researchers at the University of Chicago found that loneliness in older adults actually changes the genetic expression of immune cells, making them more prone to inflammation and less responsive to real threats. It's like your immune system becomes confused, constantly on high alert, but less effective when a real infection appears. This is part of what researchers now call inflammaging, a chronic, low-grade inflammation tied directly to social disconnection and emotional distress. Here's something to think about. Loneliness has been found to be as damaging to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, not just for your heart or your mood, but for your immune system too. So if you've lost touch with friends, or feel like you don't see people as often as you used to, this isn't just emotional, it's physical. And it deserves attention. What can you do about it? More than you think. Even small steps make a difference. A weekly phone call, joining a local class or walking group, spending time with a neighbor or church group. These simple moments of connection can literally boost immune response, increase your natural killer cell activity, and reduce stress hormones like cortisol. You're not just feeding your soul, you're fortifying your immune system. If this video opened your eyes or reminded you of something you'd forgotten, go ahead and hit subscribe. Because next, we're diving into another powerful topic that goes hand in hand with immune strength. How to fight inflammation naturally after 60. You don't want to miss it. Let's pull it all together. How can you support your immune system daily after 60? We've covered the hidden threats. Now let's turn to daily habits that give your immune system the edge it needs. And here's the best part. Most of these changes don't require pills, pricey programs, or hours at the gym. They're simple, doable, and, according to researchers, surprisingly powerful. Your immune system thrives on movement, and that starts inside your body. When you're dehydrated, your lymphatic system slows down, and that's the system that carries white blood cells and other immune fighters where they need to go. And yet, many seniors walk around mildly dehydrated every day. Try this. Drink a full glass of water first thing in the morning, before coffee or breakfast. Add a pinch of sea salt and a splash of lemon for extra electrolyte support. It's a small shift, but it jumpstarts circulation, digestion, and immune signaling before your day even begins. You've probably heard it before. Walking is good for you. But here's what's often missed. It's not just about movement. It's about blood flow. When you walk, you stimulate the movement of immune cells through your bloodstream. Researchers at Appalachian State University found that just 20-30 minutes of brisk walking, 5 times a week, can cut respiratory infection risk nearly in half for adults over 60. And walking outdoors adds sunlight exposure, which boosts vitamin D naturally. So even a short walk, done consistently, becomes an immune-boosting habit. Here's something few people talk about. Shallow breathing, the kind most of us do unconsciously, can keep your body in a constant state of low-grade stress. And remember, stress suppresses immune function. Try this once or twice a day. Breathe in slowly for a count of 4. Hold for 4. And exhale for 6. Just 2 minutes of this kind of calm, conscious breathing has been shown to lower cortisol levels and improve immune cell activity. Your immune system listens to your breath more than you think. And don't forget about your gut. It holds over 70% of your immune cells. That's right. Your gut is your immune system's command center. And the health of your gut bacteria, the trillions of tiny microbes inside you, shapes how your body responds to threats. So what feeds those good bacteria? Fiber-rich, colorful, plant-based foods. Think berries, leafy greens, cooked apples, garlic, onions, and fermented foods like sauerkraut or yogurt. These foods act like prebiotics and probiotics, feeding the beneficial bacteria that help regulate inflammation, block pathogens, and even communicate with your brain. If your plate is beige and bland, your immune army might be asleep. Add color. Add plants. Add life. Here's what most people don't realize. As we age, stomach acid naturally decreases, and that makes it harder to digest key immune nutrients like zinc, iron, and B12. So if you're eating well but still feel fatigued, low in energy, or prone to infections, you might not be absorbing everything you need. In some cases, a simple digestive enzyme or apple cider vinegar before meals can support better nutrient absorption. Ask your doctor if this could help you. Don't underestimate the power of sleep, especially deep sleep. You've heard it before, but let's make it real. When you sleep, your body rebuilds. It produces immune proteins, clears out waste, resets your nervous system, and even increases natural killer cell activity. But here's the catch. After 60, deep sleep often declines. You may fall asleep easily, but stay in the light stages where your immune system doesn't get the full benefit. That's why sleep hygiene is so important. Avoid screens for 1 hour before bed. Keep your bedroom cool and dark. Go to bed and wake up at the same time each day. Try magnesium glycinate or herbal teas like chamomile if sleep is restless. Even small improvements in sleep quality lead to stronger immune resilience, especially in older adults. Every time you choose a walk over the couch, every time you add a colorful veggie to your plate, every time you take a breath before reacting to stress, you're telling your immune system, "I've got your back." You're not just getting older, you're getting wiser and giving your body the tools to protect you. One final word: protect your joy. It matters more than you know. This might sound soft, but it's real science. Joy, laughter, love. These aren't just emotional luxuries. They stimulate your vagus nerve, regulate stress hormones, and even increase antibody production. Loma Linda University found that seniors who laughed regularly had better immune profiles than those who didn't, even when their diets and exercise were the same. So whether it's music, art, faith, family, or a good old-fashioned joke, protect your joy. Your body hears it. Because here's the truth. If you don't take care of your immune health now, the consequences may not show up all at once. It'll start slow. A longer recovery here, a tougher winter there. Until one day, a simple bug knocks you flat, and recovery is no longer simple. But it doesn't have to be that way. You now understand the real story behind senior immunity, the truth behind nutrient absorption, stress, sleep, movement, and even joy. This is Elderly Immunity Explained. What you need to know, and more importantly, what you can do. So if you're ready to go even deeper, watch our next video. Top anti-inflammatory foods for seniors. Eat this daily. Because supporting your immune system starts with the food on your fork, and we'll show you exactly what to eat to stay stronger, longer. Until then, stay well, stay curious, and stay empowered. You've got this.